Hey folks! And welcome back to some more Honkai Star Rail. On our last episode, we had dug up a man buried under the snow by the name of Sampo Kosuke, and we had eventually made our way to Belobog after a wee bit of a kerfuffle with Japard and some Silvermane guards. After that, though, we had a brief look-see around the place, and we then spoke with the Supreme Guardian Cocolia and received her approval in our mission to find and seal the Stellaron of this world. So, with that wee tidbit in mind, let's continue henceforth back to Belobog, because I was just out here doing a little bit more grinding. So let's get a wee move on, shall we?
It's getting late.
Although
Where to now?
Although we can talk to some NPCs whilst we're here. Excuse me. Sorry to bother you. Can I take a moment of your time? Can I ask you a question about literature? Of course. Just one of those general questions I'd like to hear your take on it. I'll get straight to it. How would you rate these two books, Snowplains and the Three Trebles? I haven't read either. What? That's a pity. These are must-reads on the list of books you should read in Belobog. Well, don't mind me, I guess I can't expect everyone to be as educated. Let me introduce myself. I am Nico of the Crystal Daily. Sorry to bother you, but we are collecting petitions from readers to lift the ban on the Tale of the Winterlands. It'd be wonderful if you could sign here. Of course, feel free to raise any concerns. As a gesture of goodwill, I'll give you the 7 Wonders of Belobog as a gift. I have some questions. What exactly is the Tale of the Winterlands? Have you never heard of it? It's an adventure novel published by us. The Architects banned it not long ago, which forced us to destroy what's left in our stock as well. But I can assure you there is no problem with the content. It's just too creative. By that I mean it depicts the wonders beyond the snow curtain. Truly magnificent work. Oh, interesting. So anything beyond the scope seems to be a no-no. The town hall worries that people might venture out of the city without permission after reading this book. They have their concerns and I understand that, but you can't blame a novel for that. I mean, it does seem a bit extreme, but I do kind of get the hustle, especially in these trying times. But anyway, where can I read the Tale of the Wonderlands? I don't have a copy with me at the moment. I'd suggest you go find Amo in the administrative district. I commissioned him to adapt Tale of the Wonderlands and sent him a copy a while ago. Or if you can get the book through other means, feel free. It's not easy to get a hold of the novel these days. Thank you for your trouble. You are buying public opinion, aren't you? No. Think of me as asking for a favor. I am a certified editor from a reputable publishing house. I won't engage in anything unethical. I am merely encouraging people to express themselves. If you think the novel should be banned after reading it, by all means please say so. I will encourage you to write down your opinion. But of course, if you think it doesn't deserve the ban, that's even more of a reason to speak out. What do I need to do exactly? Simple, just sign this petition form and add a comment about what you think. I don't have any more questions. Okay. I have some questions. No. Okay, so there's nothing else to be done with her for some reason. Fair enough. Chavez!
Want to know more about the after-school classes?
Young person, look here. Just two visions? 2 minutes of your time can save you from future losses. Has a sneaky kid with dark blue hair ever come up to talk to you? Isn't that Sampo? Sampo, you've been scammed. That's just an alias. That means you're a victim of the dark blue scam. Take my advice. That guy is a serial scammer. Don't believe anything he says. Here, take this. This is a tutorial on preventing scams written by the Dark Blue Scams Victims Association. Read it carefully, and if you have any questions, come to me. Can I ask a question? Go ahead. It's our responsibility to help prevent the public from being scammed. The Dark Blue Scams Victims Association? That's right. The members of the association are all former victims. We are united to share what we have learned and help the public by raising awareness. The guild goes over case studies of those who were scammed by the blue-haired swindler. It is evidence of his evil crimes, a painful lesson that we predecessors suffered. How were you scammed? The first time I met that guy, he asked if I wanted a parallel universe printer. Well, I asked him how the printer works, and he immediately started rambling on a bunch of smorgasbords about science stuff. I was almost caught up in it. Terms like parallel universe, eons, and parity anomaly. Swindlers love to use these words related to the universe and eons to scam people. I didn't believe him until he used it to print money. He made 2 bills with the exact same serial number. How much did you pay? The price is important. What's important is that you need to be careful so the same scam doesn't happen to you. Sometime later, after the counterfeit scam, I bumped into that same blue-haired guy again in an alley in the commercial district. I should have had the Silvermane guards arrest him, but I was so angry and I needed an explanation. Instead, he asked me with a straight face, "Were you staying at the printer?" He accused me of not reading the manual and wasting such a genius invention. He even offered to refund the full payment so that he could find another buyer for the Parallel Universe printer. He also said if the operator keeps staring at the printer, parallel universe transmission can't happen. The only way to avoid interfering with the transmission process is to observe it with the help of an ether lens. So he bought an ether lens? Doesn't that sound reasonable? So strict again by his apparent sincerity. Now that I know 9 out of 10 people who try to associate their products with any kind of parallel universe theory are scammers. Parallel universes actually exist. Are you kidding me? Do you really expect me to believe that? Or are you working with the blue-haired guy? Get out, if you don't leave, I'll have Silvermane guards come and arrest you. That's all. Oh no, we could maybe see if there's new dialogue. Remember, you young person, do you have any other questions after reading the fraud prevention tutorial? Can I ask a question? Go ahead, it's our responsibility, blah blah blah. So if I go here, is there any variances? Did the printer work? Of course not, otherwise why do you think I would have joined the association? Yep, that makes sense. Wow, I am so scared. Laugh at me if you want, just remember what I told you. Be careful if anything relates to parallel universes. That's all. Right. So we got that little guide. I do want to read it. Actually, do we want to have a weekend or? I kind of also just want to get on with the main story after finding more NPCs. Because we can always read these logs another time, right? I mean, as we can speak to these NPCs. But I kind of like the NPC talking in the moment. Children of the Everwinter City, proud citizens of the Preservation, hold your heads up high, grind yet not against the mundane vulgarities of everyday discourse. Always remember, happy day. No, but seriousness, deep in your hearts, the teachings of the architects and the Supreme Guardian. He seems rather involved. Would you like to hear him finish his preaching? Continue listening to the Dominic. Know what it is for you to have doubts in your hearts, because you look around yourselves and you can't see the preservation anywhere. You cast your eyes hither and thither, and nary do you see any evidence of the very existence of the preservation. And yet come this very day I shall resolve your doubts and let you feel the true grace of the preservation. Let you marvel at the almighty will of the architects. Keep listening. The preservation is the embodiment of Qlipoth, and is with us all the time. It's a secret force that imperceptibly shapes our personalities, impacting all the important decisions that we make during our lives. The reason why you struggle with us to find it is because the preservation's grace is integrated with the world we know, diffused through the air we breathe, refracted through the light we see. It has gently embraced us in its bosom since the very dawn of our existence. The admonishments of the Supreme Guardian remind us to never take the preservation's grace for granted. We must inherit the spirit of our architect ancestors, to persevere and survive in this world of ours, and to bravely defy the calamities we face. The fragmentum and the eternal freeze, these are just bumps in the road on the path to carrying out the will of the preservation. Oh, brothers and sisters, stand together with fine architects and our Supreme Guardian, follow in our footsteps, for victory's our destiny. Listen to what the crowd is saying. Hear that? One impassioned speech praised the architects, as his words have reinvigorated my lust for life. Is it really as great as you say? If you ask me, these architects just say the same empty rhetoric day in and day out, and if you've got time for all this bluster, you've got time to help improve everyone's living conditions around here. The preservation! Oh, praise! I've been off for a big walk and come back and still going kids these days. He never showed up. That's enough for me. Yeah, that's enough preaching. Oh, we can sit? Bench. Your heart must be as cold as the banshees in Belobog. Poet Lottie written in Belobog during winter. What? That's so quirky, though. Like, I do like how a character definitely has, like, a humorous side to them. Like, they feel like a character and not just a self-insert. But anyway, mailbox. There's nothing special about the mailbox, but you feel like something's wrong. You look at it carefully again, and see a white letter hidden in its shadow. Put it in the mailbox. You pick up the letter and put it in the mailbox. From deep in your heart, you feel a notable existence smile, wink, and give you a thumbs up, like a soldier trying to gauge an explosion radius. Items obtained. Praise of high morals? What? In this grand universe, moral standards are materialized in physical form. Thumbs up approvals aren't a rare sight to behold. What matters is that you are recognized. Okay? Mail sent to the border wall will be delivered last. It will take around 2 days. Anyway, Agnes. This sweet taste is like the first drop of water from the cracks of the ice when the river unfreezes after the Soul Warm Festival. A bit of warmth amidst the bitter cold. What do you think? Doesn't this description give you an appetite? Maybe? You don't sound so convinced. I understand you are saying no. Darn it, what's the point of being a food journalist if I can't use words to construct a sense of taste and utilize synthesia? By the way, while I'm talking with you, I have another paragraph here. Let me read it to you. The rich sauces are like an invading army, completely overwhelming the crisp and fresh taste of the salmon. The gentle aroma of fish has no choice but to surrender in defeat. How's that feel? A little too wordy? You should write a novel. I can't help myself. I used to be a literary journalist. Every day I was trying to add more adjectives to the sentence anywhere I could fit them. I wouldn't get my bonus if readers can easily deduce the subject, predicate, and object within 3 lines. But then a new girl came and was better at filling in words than I was, so I made a career change. Have you read the casino section of the Crystal Daily? I am the author of that section. Honestly, I don't want to include all that garish garbage in my writing anyway. I'm going to put more work into honing my rhetorical skills. Well, enough about me, how can I help you? Can we talk? Please elaborate. About writing. Then why don't you try for a more straightforward style of writing? It won't do. The paper has its requirements and the chief editor has his own. Word count needs to hit quotas. That's for sure. We get paid by words after all. Other than that, the editor has made it clear that our paper is produced with the educated class in mind. Ideally, our average readership should consider exposure to our publication both a privilege and a chance to learn. That newbie is a natural for this. She can write 100 pages for what could have been described using a few words. Don't you admire her talent? Who wants to write an essay when it could be done with just 10 words? But when you write professionally, it becomes a useful skill. Nico is better at this. That's why I have no objections to giving my position to Nika. Be it that it's at me, I just can't force myself. I am not made for this. Write some more and you'll get the hang of it. I've already bullied a 10,000 word interview script to 40,000. That's the best I could do. To think that the ways of great writers secured through the ages are used by me to simply bloat word count. How pathetic. About food. Any recommendations? Nope, I'm not mad at you. I'm simply saying facts. Belobog is not a huge place of a huge variety of food. The same ingredients are used for hundreds of years. Quite literally every possible combination has been used at some point. But if you're not from around here, red sunset salmon might be worth trying. It's not exclusive to this place, I know, but you could only get the freshest salmon from the administrative district. Once you've tasted it, you'll remember it for the rest of your life. How many dishes have you tried? 4,000 if I'm being conservative, but to be honest, hundreds of these dishes are purely new combinations of old recipes. People in Belobog are masters when it comes to naming their food. We have names for dozens of body parts of fish. When you mix and match, you'll come up with new recipes in new time. I've got it. I hope my long articles can be as clear as the explanation today. That's all the questions I have. Right. Anyone else? Oh, a merchant. I will listen to this later. But anyway, hello there, Alexis. We got the news, today's paper, hot off the press. Oh, new face interested in a newspaper. Let's have a chat. Sorry you caught me during work hours, but if you want to buy a newspaper, how's business? Business? Just enough to keep from starving. Selling these in the streets is hard work. It'd be nice if you could contribute a little to my profits. Then I may be able to afford something to eat different for once. What do you think? You get the news, I get a good meal. It's a win-win. A good deal, right? Any big news lately? That's a good question. Let me see. How about this one? What did the man in black tell Mr. Bull for the minister that made him leave the party in a hurry? What happened? Hold on, check out this one. 6 out of 7 people fainted while eating hot pot. No harmful substances were found in the hot pot. How did this perfect crime happen? How? You want to know? Of course! I have a great idea to help you with your urgent needs. Buy my newspaper! Here, the answer's right here in this newspaper. It's yours as long as you give me some shield. Are you for real? Take it easy, it's just how business works. I'm sure you understand. Oh yeah, because we're just asking him to basically give the deets for free. Like, it's his job. Anyway, let's see what we could buy. I'm pretty sure it's a literal newspaper, right, though? Yeah, we'll buy all this just so we have it for the future. An interview of a weather expert discussing the causes of ice storms and other scientific information. An interview on day life before the Soul Warm Festival, a live survey published in the Crystal Daily Weekend Edition. The various traditions of the Soul Warm Festival can be seen here. In retrospect, maybe I don't need to buy all these here, because like when we make the swap, we could probably just do like a big old reading episode, right, of like a variety of things. Yeah. Like, when we're caught up with the main story, anyway. Just do it as, like, all side things. Maybe even read some character lore when we've got more of it unlocked, too. But anyway.
Wow, look at the carved ice. It feels perfect for this city somehow.
Looks awfully nice, don't it?
Whatever it's made of, it can't be ice.
I guess you're right. It's actually pretty warm in the city. Hey, what's with all the children over there? Should we go and take a look?
Probably. Hello there.
So let me introduce myself. I'm the intelligence officer for the Silvermane Guards, and a temporary guide for the A Journey Through Belobog's History program. My name is Pelageya Sergeyevna.
So Pella for sure, as the playable character suggests.
But you can call me Pela.
Pela.
Yes, Miss Taylor.
Pelageya Sergenimva.
And perhaps the grown-ups among us could remain silent? This is a children's program.
Oh, okay.
Okay, guys. Take a look over here. This is Everwinter Monument. It was erected to commemorate the mighty architects. The architects are followers of the Aeon Klapoth. It was they that foresaw crisis, built up our walls, and established Belobog, preserving the spark of human civilization. Even today, they are still tending to the city. Everwinter Monument is made up of two parts. A gear that symbolizes knowledge and industrial strength, and huge ice crystals that symbolize the eternal freeze. These two symbols are bound together, the gear restricting the ice. It represents the unyielding spirit of the architects in the face of nature's barbarity.
So it's meant to be a bit more of a striking piece. Interesting.
Any questions?
Well, I'm not allowed to participate because it's a children's program. Humbug. Oh, hello there, Ronald. We'll just grab that book real quick. Welcome to the grocer's. What can I help you with? I want to buy something. Oh, we can indeed buy things, but I haven't the foggiest of about any of these. What's this? Oh, so that can be played on the phonograph. Oh, right, that's for well. Fair enough. Any further? Wait, please file a report of the Silvermane Guards. If you encounter any civil disputes, please don't try to bypass the prosecution and discuss it with the judge directly. Judge? I know what you want to ask. As a judge, how is it that I am standing out in the street instead of in the courthouse, right? Have you heard of the term roaming judge? Forget about it. It sounds impressive, but I'm just a legal advisor sent to help the guards. Compared to my work at the court, this is a major waste of time. Well, you should put it like that. Don't you think it's a waste of my time to have me out here trying to talk sense into the elderly every day? I was a straight-A student at Belobog Law School. Why am I dealing with trivial family stuff? I should be in charge of more complex, important cases. That's where I shine. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, but if it's a time of peace... Well, maybe not full-on peace in this nation state, but... when there's a bit of a lull period, you gotta have work somewhere, right? What's the look on your face? Forget, you aren't much different from those old-timers. Just come to me when you have a big case. Can we talk? You seem upset. Oh, is it that obvious? Dealing with a bunch of ignorant old people every day, you'd be annoyed too if you were me. What kind of legal issues do you help them with? Legal issues? Think too highly of the people of Belobog. When they come to me for has nothing to do with the law, it's all complaints about daily life. It's always the same thing. The complainant tells me that they have been altruistic and taken the big picture into consideration, and the offending party is taking advantage of them and is being ungrateful. Man. A certain Sam Pokoski probably wants to try and have the altruistic outer appearance given the fact that he is pretty much a scammer, huh? You can hear thousands of stories like that Soul Warm Festival family gatherings. Those stories are, in the end, moral blackmail, which I'm not interested in at all. But I am a legal practitioner after all, so it's my duty to help the public get to know the law. Every time it gets to this part, they start to pretend like they don't understand me. But who's to blame? After all, the law is always fair and impartial, showing favor to no one. Oh, wow, you have a hard job. I know, right? I can't go on being a roaming judge for a second longer. Let's just see the other dialogue option. Just hearing about it makes my head spin. Okay, it's literally the same. The illusion of choice, huh? Anyway, what kind of cases do you consider important?
No.
Corruption related, with evil organizations or personnel involved, or at least arms smuggling or scams. Forget it, just pretend like I'm talking nonsense. Belobog is too safe to have cases like that, even if there's a big case that's out of my reach. That's all. And then, can we see anything else? No. Fair dose, fair dose. Right, let's talk to Molly, I suppose. Dang, so many NPCs. I'm so annoyed. What's wrong? I've got a lot on my mind. What, you've never seen someone express emotion before? I was just passing by. Sorry, I shouldn't have lost my temper. You showed up at a bad time. I'm Molly, the executive consultant of Silvermane Guard's Technological Division. Who are you? I'm Lottie. That's an interesting title, huh? Why am I commenting on people's names again? Sorry. Is there something important you wanted to see me about? I'm not in the mood for small talk. I wanted to ask you. What's bothering you? It's about the guards. I'm in no position to talk about it. They don't like me and they're giving me a hard time. I don't know why they like this. I'm just trying to do my job, that's it. Anyway, it's so depressing in the army, so I came out to get some fresh air. Rio, is this Grumpy? Me? Grumpy, how can you tell? From every word you've just yelled. It's not like I'm on a bad date or something. This is just how I talk. Forget it, I assure you this is not how I normally am. What does a technical consultant do? My job is to coordinate engineering projects and monitor product quality. Oh, and when there is a need to outsource a military project, I will participate in the negotiations and assist in the selection of vendors. I've been so worn out at work lately. Who said that using your head to work is easier than physical labor? It's good to push yourself when you're... it depends on the individual. Why don't you leave the garrison? Well, people think of me if I leave because of this little setback. Forget, I'll try to endure it. Maybe everyone will be better soon. Anyway, let's see this. It's good to push yourself when you're young. You think I didn't know that? Whatever, I have to learn to control my temper. Okay, and let's just double check. And then I'm pretty sure we've seen, yep, we've exhausted all options. Let's just doubly make sure. What the heck is the procurement department doing? These parts are all defective. Man, they really know how to grind my gears. Am I nothing to them? I'm sorry I didn't see you there. Can I help you? Have a nice day. Bye. Wait, Grumpy Coat's over there, eh?
That's the alley that Japard mentioned. The one contaminated by the fragmentum, right? I can't believe how close it is to the city center.
If they hadn't identified it, I bet all the shops and hotels in the vicinity would have had to close down by now.
Move back! This is your final warning.
But my proof of property is inside. I don't have any...
The fragmentum has already corroded this block. You can make a property retrieval request to the architects, but only Silvermane guards are permitted to enter here.
I can't believe fragmentum corrosion has spread into the city. No wonder there are so many soldiers stationed there.
This world really is in dire straits. Yeah, you can say that again. Anyway, can soldiers really hold back the fragmentum?
No. As long as the Stellaron is active, the corrosion will continue to spread.
Makes sense. It's, as Herta put it before, the equivalent of a ticking time bomb.
The soldiers can only periodically clear the fragmentum of monsters. But the monsters will continue to emerge and multiply.
Please try to understand, sir. Backwater Pass has become very dangerous. We're just here for your safety.
If I can't get my proof of property, it doesn't matter how safe I am. Out of my way! Let me pass!
Okay. I'm guessing we can't talk to them. Oh no, we can.
Let me pass. I'm not afraid to die! I've lost everything. Everything.
Oh, we can talk to the soldier.
Stand back. This area is off limits. Only Silvermane guards are permitted to enter here.
Are the guards able to control the situation?
We're optimistic. This area has only recently been corroded, so monsters are few and far between. Please, have faith in the gods.
If it weren't for most of our forces being deployed to the front line, situations like this wouldn't amount to anything. We can't even go on the offensive.
What's down there?
It used to be a transport hub, but it's been closed down.
Darn monsters.
You don't belong in this world! Anyway, this must be a hard job.
Well, this is our duty as Silvermane Guards. We are responsible for the safety of the citizenry.
Duty is duty. We trust in the higher-ups. I worry about our compatriots below ground. They must be...
That's enough! The Guardian has strictly forbidden discussion of underworld affairs.
Right. I'm such a hotheaded... I'll zip it.
I don't have any more questions.
Please keep a safe distance. This is a live situation. Plus, we need to look busy.
But of course. And let's just try it for the sake of it. Not require something this area have not been met. No dialogue, no nothing. Hello there, mailbox. The mailbox opens its black mouth to you, like a baby waiting to be fed. Interesting analogy? Anyway, trash can? Trash can, not remarkable in any way. You've been sitting it for a while, but it's just an ordinary trash can. What do you want it to? You try to hold back the urge to open it. I must! As you continue staring at the trash cans, they seem to turn before your very eyes. The edges are no longer rusty and the dents are smoothed over. From under the lid comes a faint golden glow, sweet and alluring. For a moment, the trash cans turn into treasure chests. And it's happening again. You take a deep breath and open the lid. It's empty. When you reach deeper into the trash can, there's a piece of iron scrap on the bottom. Your hard work paid off. You finally found the treasure. You look back at your companions and see their complicated expressions. You don't need to explain, I get. That are just too great for you to resist. There's no turning back once you've walked down this path. What? Oh, it's an avatar? Avatar obtained from completing 5 hidden missions in Yarlito 6. Guys who can laugh at themselves usually have plenty of friends. Who are you, cursing? I don't even have this. Another thing. Well, that's something to busy myself with in the future. You smell a strong stench as you approach the trash can, almost as if there was some strange, twisted, dark purple aura surrounding it, protesting in no uncertain terms, no living entities permitted. Be that as it may, are you going to open it? Open it. While your astonished companions look on, you hold your breath and proceed towards the can like a soldier charging into a hail of bullets. Wait, why are you so interested in rooting for every trash can in the city? What do you have to gain? Charge! You decide to open the lid of the can with a determined mind. At your first glance, you saw that strange, stinky thing. Suddenly, like an old monk sitting in concentrated introspection, you reach out and grab it. The writers must have had fun with this, holy moly. However, you fail to reach alignment given that your companions just ran for cover holding their noses. Trash can. There doesn't seem to be much point in investigating a trash can. No! When night draws near, street lamps light up the way home. Another trash can! A pretty postcard is lying in the trash can. It reads, "Friend, you've crossed the line. This isn't something you should have touched. Signed, garbage can. Gang." There's a coin glued to the back of the postcard. Seems like this king understands that you need to tip someone if you want to pass on a message. Seems like you got yourself a real competitor when it comes to rooting through trash cans. Why would he call himself Garbage King? Isn't he embarrassed? Interesting. Ah, yes. Our character is canonically a kleptomaniac, especially when it comes to trash cans. Like this one. A tracing paper envelope, black with silver lettering, bleh. If you found it next to a mailbox, you'd speculate that this flyer coupon was a love letter sent to the wrong address, but this is in fact a trash can. It reads, "Today is Guardian Eliza's birthday," or Alyssa. The recipient of this letter must forward it to 3 people within a day, or badly will follow them for a whole year. You wonder what happened to the person who threw it away. Oh, I got a new readable. Anyway, hello, Ammo. What are you looking at? What's so special with the trash can? Nothing. It is plain and collects character, just like me. Oh, I'm good for nothing. I am destined to end up in a trash can. Don't be so harsh on yourself. You misunderstood me. I am pondering about life, value, and eternity. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Amo. I write things for a living. Sorry for blocking your way. Can I help you with anything? So you are a writer? I'm afraid I don't deserve the title. I produce less than mediocre writings in great quantity for others. I ghostwriters, they say. I doubt if I'm qualified to write at all, even for the rubbish I produce. I mean, let's talk about your works. What do you write then? I wrote some horror novels, the quality of which could be described with the name of the genre according to some critics. Some say those novels should have never been written in the first place for the disaster fiction I did. Same critiques also apply. Tell me about your ghostwriting. Have you ever heard the tale of the Winterlands, the fiction that was recently banned? The publisher was actually quite happy with the quality and wanted to offer to make some edits on the original so that they could publish it again. But they did not expect the offer to simply vanish into thin air. The editor said to contact me instead, asking if I could help with the project. Ha! Tale of the Winterlands is just some cheap folklore compiled together. I can give you 100,000 to 200,000 words of ease. Piece of cake, of carrot cake to me. That was my response when I took the job. You know how hard it is to finally get something going? I was just trying to impress them, but ended up getting way ahead of myself. One of the editors had sent me a copy to let me get the feel of it. It wasn't until I started reading that I realized that the book was going to be a classic. I had to admit, I couldn't even remotely reproduce the author's creativity and style. The editor has made several attempts to contact me since then, but I managed to avoid her each time because I just couldn't deliver. How would you rate Tale of the Winterlands now? A masterpiece of a true genius. Maybe the language still has room for polishing, but the wild passion waved into the plot is otherworldly. For 700 years, the people of Belobog have been trapped in the snow, their imagination taken away. This book reignited people's desire to look beyond these snow-covered lands. Maybe that's why the architects insist banning it. Heard that within a month of the book's publication, the number of people that ventured out into the snow and went missing had gone up exponentially. Okay, so that makes sense then for the ban. What's your plan for the future? To avoid the editors for the time being, and to contemplate on what to do for a living if I'm blacklisted. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. Sorry, I've had a difficult time lately. Don't give up just yet. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Easier said than done. Let's just try the others. Stop comparing yourself to others. Go with your instincts. I'll become a laughingstock in the history of literature if I do that. Who's this animal? How dare you write this rubbish and claim to be writing Tale of the Winterlands? No need to stick to one career path. How about doing something else? I did consider doing that, but writing is my true passion. My writing may be bad, but I feel happy when holding a pen in my hand. That's all for my questions. And just to doubly make sure. So you are a writer? Yeah, it's just the same old, same old. Fair enough. Luggage pile. You inch closer and quietly listen. The luggage doesn't make a faint ticking sound. You breathe a sigh of relief. There is no explosives armed here. Anyway, box. You find a wrinkled handwritten flyer in the trash can. Written at the top in beautiful handwriting, you see the Rightful Rights Society. The content seems to be trying to convince people who have given up on interests and hobbies due to family and other responsibilities to join this strange organization. Members of the organization cover for one another and help each other get away from family or work on weekends, and even weekdays, in the pursuit of individual freedom. They call upholding our rightful rights. What a strange arrangement. Actually, I'm a little tempted. Sometimes I wish I could spend a day doing whatever I want. By which you mean, spend a day asleep in your cabin. Yeah. Seems about the size of it, but also another box. Nice. There are tables, chairs, and a signboard. According to the signage and text, you can drink coffee here. Who would have thunk?
Come around and have a look.
Right, to the workshop now.
Neverwinter Workshop. Hey, didn't Japard say there'd be a show here?
He said you can sometimes catch an outdoor performance. Sometimes being the operative word.
Yeah.
Ah, darn. I wanted to see one. Oh, I'd been wondering. You see that heater over there? Why do they keep it outdoors? This city is so weird. Normally you'd want a heater inside a building, right?
Is this how they repel the eternal freeze?
If so, I'm not sure mighty is the right word for these architects.
Tiny heaters are no use against the Stellaron disaster.
You guys sure have a lot to say about that broken heater.
Oh wow, she's cool.
Mm-hmm, and stylish. Hi, hello.
Hi there. The name's Serval. I'm the owner of this workshop.
And you're also a freebie.
If you got any broken equipment lying around, you can always come find me, though I can't guarantee I'll be interested in fixing it.
I especially like her highlights. They very much stand out. And, of course, I'm one for punkish attire. Especially when it involves a Joker.
Oh, we're okay. I was just curious about the heater.
Curious about the heater? It's just a standard geomarrow radiator. You can find them anywhere in the administrative district.
We only just got here. Everything's new to us.
Only just got here? Ah! I figured it out. I heard a loudmouth guard say that a group of outsiders had met with Cocolia. You must be them? What an honor. Where are my manners? We can talk about heaters all day if you like. Let's have a chat.
I don't think there's much to really talk about heaters all day, though, specifically. Oh, so hello there, Manya. Sorry I'm busy, please make an appointment. If you already have an appointment, well, I'm on break, so you can get a number and wait until you're called. It's expected to be returned in an hour. But everyone's waiting. My job is to help citizens solve problems. If I can't get enough rest, how can I help others effectively? A reasonable time allotment for both work and break helps improve efficiency. I understand your anxiety, but I have to ask you to be patient. Do you understand, my friend? There's something else I want to ask. I just have one break, fine if you insist. What kind of work do you do exactly? Excellent question. My job involves a lot of everything, but vital to keeping things running smoothly in Belobog. You could say I'm the unsung hero of the city. I'm responsible for the grassroots affairs in the administrative district, listening to basic requests from people, and solving day-to-day issues. In that case, can you hear out my request? Of course, but you'll need to reserve a slot. My work hours are from 9 AM to 12 PM, and 2 PM to 5 PM. I handle administrative and civil affairs during these times. I'm currently on break as a public official. Separating professional and private time is of basic importance. How do I make an official appointment? Please fill out a form at counter 236 on the second floor of Cleafoff Port. They have a member stamp it out on window 35 on the third floor. After signing, please head to window 155 on the first floor and wait in line for the proof of appointment. The formal processing usually takes 1 month after the appointment has been made. To inquire about the specific processes, please consult the window staff when making the appointment. You're just trying to slack off, aren't you? What would make you think that? But I don't blame you. Many have the same misunderstanding and think this is just a job where you can just kick your feet up. A job where I just clock in, drink tea, read the newspaper, chit-chat with colleagues and stare at the time waiting to get off. But that's all just nonsense. Please lose those false impressions of grassroots public officials. Our days are busy ones indeed. Okay? Just to make sure. Nothing. There we go. Trash can. A pretty postcard lies among the garbage. It reads, "Stay your hand. Only the following persons are permitted to go through Belobog's trash cans: Tatalov, Garbage King, and myself." It continues, "And the 45 members of the cleaning squad." There's nothing written on the back. You are confused. Even trash cans are serious business in this city. Yeah, very serious. Right, to the workshop. After all that trash can lore.
The heater you saw is just a standard geomarrow radiator. They may not look like much, but they're a real lifeline to the people. The blizzards here are brutal. If we didn't have a reliable way of keeping warm, Belobog would long since have become a dead city, both above and below the surface.
What is geomarrow?
It's an ore, a special energy resource. Whether it's keeping the city warm or keeping our counters ticking, everything runs on geomarrow. Geomarrow grows beneath the surface of the planet, and specialist underworld mining teams are there to extract it. Transport lines shuttle it up to the surface. In the overworld, we use the same lines to ship surface goods and aid down to the underworld.
Above and beneath the surface? But then again, if we base it off one of the guards' comments, isn't the underworld in a bit of a fritz?
You didn't know? Belobog is structured like two big connected discs. The overworld is responsible for administration and trade, while the underworld is responsible for energy supply and resource extraction. However, due to an order that was given many years ago, Nobody has moved between the overworld and the underworld in a long time. I shouldn't be talking about this. Pretend I never said anything.
So there might be some pretty dark stuff happening beneath the surface, huh? Why is the heater outside?
Isn't it just like cooking food over an open flame? If the house is a pot, then the heater is the stove it rests on.
When she puts it like that, it actually starts to make sense.
Thanks for your answers.
No sweat. This is your first time in Belobog. I just want you to feel some of the warmth the city has to offer. Hey, seeing as there's nothing on your plate just now, want to help me fix up this machine? Just a bit of manual labor. You might find it interesting.
Sure, we're not busy.
Great. Then let me give you a demonstration first.
Okay, help Serval fix the heater. Magnetological fluid threshold. Oh gosh, okay. Rotate the modules to adjust the circuit and direct the electrical current from the power supply to the endpoint. Repairs are complete when all endpoint circuits? What? Oh gosh, I've got artifacts on the brain. Circuits are connected to the current. The edges of fixed modules will appear red when selected. This is the source from which the electric current flows out. This is the end that can be unlocked after receiving enough electric current. Rotate the module and change the circuit to connect the electric current. Okay, boop. And boop. And boop.
So that's how it works.
Hello there, Serval. Oh, it's your video recorder. An old VCR machine. You do not dare imagine what I might show you. Okay, no, there's no extra fluff.
Nice. You guys are pretty handy. You picked that up in no time. Want to be my assistants? Average pay, but I'm a good boss.
Sure, why not?
Do you just say yes to everything?
No!
I was only kidding. Just a joke.
Hey, it would have been nice to earn some pay on the side.
Well, I'd better carry on here. Why not have a better look around? My workshop will always be open to you. And your wallets, of course.
Especially the latter part, huh? Ferdos. So I can't talk to you. Oh, toolbox. You cannot tell the function of the items inside the cabinet based on their silhouette. Any more descriptors? Toolbox. There are a multitude of strange objects in this cabinet. A cabinet containing tools. It is said that the ability to make and use tools is the main difference between humans and animals. Could these spinning gears be powering something? For example, maybe the workshop will stand up and turn to a giant robot. Oh my golly gee. There are a multitude of strange objects in this cabinet. There isn't really much of anything to look at here, right? The gears are turning in a way that's violating the rules of technophysics. This is just a decoration. Its rotation does not produce any effect. Ah. So it's just an aesthetic big gear. Anyway. Let's just have a nice wee R&R at the old hotel when we get there, but also fun booth. You stand next to the booth and start thinking about the fantasy shows you used to watch. You can't help wondering how ripping your shirt off in a phone booth would feel. Interesting. But wait, doesn't our character not remember anything? Maybe we watched some TV on the Astral Express then.
Come around and have a look.
Mavone. Great location in the outskirts of the city. Energy and water already sorted out. For its fully furnished property with fabulous interior design, you need to bring nothing but yourself. High demand, limited supply. I don't want to take one for myself. Hey, you there. What are you waiting for? I'm waiting for you to finish. What else could be said? The price is unbeatable. I have friends in high places. You get my drift? My sources have told me that the price of this property will only go up in 2 years. An increase of 30%? No, 40 to be honest with you, I'm being conservative here. The actual number is at least this much. Don't look so scared. See what I mean here? I'm trying to keep it on the down low because, trust me, I'm the best local property agent. There's been a house that I couldn't sell. I have probably said enough. Anyway, think about my proposal. Don't make a decision that you'll someday regret. Can we talk? I'd like to know more about these properties. It'll be too late if you don't make up your mind soon. If you have any questions regarding property, I suggest that you ask me now. Are you certain about the info of the property? Of course, I'm working with the influential figures in Kufa 4 on a number of projects. I've even met the current Supreme Guardian a few times. I can't go into details as many are involved, if you see what I mean. I trust we understand each other. All I can say is if you are and you won't regret it. But I don't have enough money. I understand your concern, let me tell you this. Lots of people have already invested in it. All I need is a deposit, which I will be able to secure a place for the property. Sounds good, huh? Money's not the problem here. In the long run, the more you make the investment, the more you get in return. But the outskirts will have only snow-covered fields. I took you for someone who could think long-term. Don't be short-sighted. Property is an investment. If you wait until the house is built before you buy, that'll eat into your profit margin. I've seen lots of people who like to wait before making a purchase. By the time they made their decisions, the price had already gone out of their league. You, my friend, look like a shrewd investor. Buy before it's listed and you'll be raking in money in a few years' time. Now you look at those fields again. Do they still look like stone-covered dust bowls? They're unexplored gold mines. I still think you're a scammer. Don't be rude, I am Lavon. If you ask around, there's not a single soul in the administrative district who doesn't know my name. Only fools mistake opportunities for fraud. I trust you're not one of them. Even if you don't trust me, surely you've at least heard about the Supreme Guardian's new housing bill. Ask around and see it for yourself. I myself bought 2 properties. I can't be scamming myself, can I? I need some time to process all that information. So whatever, please make a decision soon. Can I ask something else? Ask away. It's always a pleasure to help a customer. You are the only property agent in Belobog? Technically, I'm the only one in the administrative district, but I do have a few competitors in other districts. But I'm sure you can tell who deals with bigger clients judging by the areas you operate in. They won't be a threat to me in a million years. I have data on all property sales in the administrative district for the past 700 years, and I know the nitty-gritty of the history of the 8 Belobog families. My knowledge has won me the trust of both government officials and regular people. People from all walks of life come to me when they need to find properties. Demand for housing has always been high, and my job is to help find the people what they need. If so, what's the deal with the not yet built property we talked about? Now, you don't want me to bother you with trivial details. What we talked about is a new business model called pre-sale. I take the money from the buyer, send it to the real estate company for delivery. If for some reason the property can't be delivered, I'll simply refund the buyer. Everyone ended up happy. I've learned from reliable sources that the next Supreme Guardian, Lady Bronya, is a moderate centrist. There's a 70% chance that she will be in favor of developing new districts. Combine that with the fact that I am the only property agent in the administrative district. Therefore, I decided to be a smart businesswoman who knows how to spread risk and maintain cash flow. This is a great opportunity if you're looking to make a fortune. Don't miss out. There we go. Anything else you'd like to ask? Not really. So soon, not gonna make the purchase? It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Yeah, I think we'll hold off. Mailbox. This mailbox looks like it's seen better days. You think you saw someone post a sausage between 2 bits of bread here? Come to think of it, maybe they're using it as a trash can. No, not that word. Trash can. Oh, trash can! Or rather, words, because trash and can. But anyway, someone threw a book into the trash can. You pick it up. It seems to be a lengthy serial novel by the name of Tale of the Wonderlands. You seem to have the incomplete 4th volume in your hand. It's interesting. Oh my gosh. Oh no, we've already spoken to him.
So tired. I just want to put my head on a pillow and drift off. Seems like the first day of our trailblazing expeditions is always pretty eventful, huh, Dan Hung?
It's because you've got too much energy.
Yeah? Anyway, basic energy. Treasure. I mean, derp. Anyway, mailbox. The opening of the postbox reveals 2 envelopes that are being kept in a delicate balance. Touching either one will condemn the other to be swallowed by the pitch black ball. Such a dilemma falls in front of you. Push them all in. You reach your hand out, gently touch them. You aren't sure where your hand skimped, but the balance of the 2 envelopes is instantly broken. It's incredible how good it feels to do something good. Praise of high morals. Interesting. Trash can. A burning smell invades your nostrils as you approach the trash can. This trash can looks like it was set on fire. The entire trash can is deformed with a layer of dark, scorched, ash-like substance coating the bottom. In the light, you see particles floating softly, almost dancing. Okay. Right. Hotel lobby.
Wow, what a beautiful lobby! It's gonna be soft mattresses and cushiony pillows tonight. Wanna have a pillow fight later? Huh? I bet they're stuffed with goose feathers.
March. Earlier in Klipoth Fort.
Stop, I know what you're gonna say. March, you said too much back there. March, you shouldn't reveal our goal to people we don't trust. Meanwhile, you guys were beating around the bush and speaking in riddles.
A bit presumptuous of you to say.
But check it out. Seems like we landed with a pretty sweet deal, right? We get the royal treatment, rooms in a beautiful hotel, and the full support of the locals. As far as trailblazing goes, this is smooth as heck.
A bit too smooth if you ask me, though. Like, sure, yeah, hospitality's nice and all, but, this might be a bit much when it comes to room and board, huh?
That's not what I was going to say.
Alright, spit it out then.
Earlier in Klipoth Fort, were you paying attention to the Supreme Guardian?
Yeah, of course. This isn't my first expedition, you know. My powers of perception are sharper than the sharpest blade.
So, did you notice anything?
Nope, she seemed normal to me. She was kinda harsh at first, but she turned out to be a nice, reasonable lady. Although, it felt like she was looking through me. As in, I know she was speaking to us, but it seemed like her gaze was fixed on something far away.
I had a similar feeling. Almost as if we weren't the only people in the room.
Do you have to put it like that? That's scary.
It must have been the Invisible Man.
Well, there's no way he'd get past Danhung's sharp eyes.
Perhaps I'm too sensitive. She did promise to help us. I just hope she keeps her word. Let's get some rest. We need to save our energy for the discussions tomorrow.
Yeah, let's have a little bit of R&R. Anyway, hello there, Regin. Universe, time and space, past and present. I'm onto something. Eureka! I know that's how you discover something. Silence! Science requires solitary. First time seeing anyone doing research like this. It's impossible to talk sense to people like you. Science is a complicated matter. Nothing like your everyday chores that require only 2 brain cells to do. If you can tell what I'm doing with your untrained eyes, I might as well quit the job and let you do it. Fair enough. Fair enough, I'm trying to give you some education, but to think that I, Virgin, am just bickering with you. Science is dead. I don't have much time to waste. Tell me what you want or step aside, and let me continue my research on the big universe time tunnel. If I may, I'd like to ask, what is the subject of your research? Fine, I'll show you some basics. Do you know that light is a particle? I do? Good, so you're not completely ignorant. When you know that light is a particle, terms like wave theory or duality might be too complicated for you. My point is particles carry information. Are you with me? Go on. Light is a particle, carries information. Building on that, if I'm exposed to light, I'm exposed to information. My big universe time tunnel theory holds that the universe consists of multiple interconnected entities that are running in parallel. Say if one universe can come up with ways to send messages, and my doppelganger in another universe know how to interpret those messages. It means, according to my theory, that you can interpret messages sent from another universe. Yes. Well, I'm trying to explain things in layman's terms. The real mechanism behind this is far more complicated. How do you come up with that stuff? Let me remind you, the theory I'm proposing is called Big Universe Time Tunnel. Ah yes, Big Universe, my life work, my child. Oh, sorry, 2 years ago, when I was struck by this wonderful idea while having a meal. I knew from the very beginning that this is going to be the biggest discovery of our time. The world will be left in awe when my time tunnel is completed. Are you really a scientist? Of course I am. What kind of question is that? Those jealous old nerds and hags in Belobog's academic circle refuse to recognize me only because my revolutionary findings will make them look useless. Geomaro always rises to the top. It is just a matter of time before a talented scientist such as myself receives proper funding from me research. Alas, I have always been waiting for a patron to come along. It is painful to see my talent go unnoticed. Did you not receive academic training? That just goes to show how informed you are about the science community today. What can you learn from from a bunch of self-righteous nerds who fight tooth and nail for money and power? So you are self-taught? Find it hard to believe? One day the world will tremble before my big universe time tunnel. You'll see. And my name, Reginald, will go down in history as the greatest civilian scientist. Anyway, let's just see. Hardly a surprise I know how to dumb things down for you people to understand. Okay, yeah, really? Why would I fool you? Yep, and it's just the same. Then you could get research funding. Yes, yes. Oh yeah, let's call it a day. Right. Speaking of calling it a day, let's actually rest now. Or we can talk to the manager afterwards, right? Yeah. Unless if they suddenly vanish. Book.
Is there anything left to do? We're meeting the Guardian tomorrow. There won't be any time for sightseeing.
That should be enough fun for today. Time to rest.
It was a long day today. All I need is a hot shower and a good night's sleep.
Did someone mention a pillow fight?
Yeah, about time!
Let's get to bed early and save our energy. I sense the next few days could be tiring.
Well, I'm off to my room then. Express lights off!
Go to bed.
Who are you? What are you?
We are allies. Allies of the Guardians in generations.
What do you want?
To rebuild to help you achieve your wish.
Investigate the commotion outside the hotel. But the closet. Without a doubt, what's in front of you is a closet. It is, based on all the signals coming in from your sensory organs, a perfect closet. Design, capacity, tactility, build quality, and scent. No matter how you look at it, you can't possibly think of a better closet. Wait a minute, scent? How is scent a measurement of how good a closet is? Doesn't matter, it smells good, and it's not an odor of typical sandalwood or any other natural materials. Rather, it is a miraculously cleansing scent that is completely artificial. A marvel of chemical engineering. It is so alluring that all you want is to get into the closet and let your whole body soak in its scents. Whatever, I'm going in. Here I come, closet. Yes, you are about to go in. Left foot, right foot, turn around and take a deep breath. Done it. Why deep breath? You want to sneeze but manage to suppress it. Stand firm and then close the door in one smooth move. Bang! Congratulations, you've now been merged with the university's most perfect closet as one single entity. Dang, we've grown too powerful! But honestly, your mood is far from reaching the state of excitement. Perhaps you need more time to comprehend the subtle wonder in all this. This place might seem a little too dark for you. Guess you will eventually get used to it, right? Dark Knight gifted me a set of dark eyes. That's the spirit. Give it more time. Adapt to this dark environment. Trust yourself. Just wait a little longer. Something more interesting than this pitch darkness will occur. It's guaranteed to be the real deal. Wait, did you hear that? A sound is closing in. Click, click. The real deal is coming? That's exactly right. Just think about it now. Take a guess. Whose footsteps are those? The Guaves Hotel's devil. Yes, now you finally get it. That's the Guaves Hotel's resident devil. It hibernates in dirty, unattended small attics, specifically feeding on innocent and vulnerable outsiders. It picked the wrong opponent to mess with this time. After all, you are the universally renowned trailblazer, the guardian deity of the Herta space station, the Doomsday Beast's, doom. Yep, today is the day you purge evil for the greater good. It doesn't seem to be that dark in the closet. The light of valor illuminates your surroundings. Wow. Dang. All this epic plotline from a closet. Truly a marvel of writing of Arta. Room service. Is anyone in there? Huh, there it is. All hotel devils love to disguise themselves as room service. Such a cliche. You won't be easily fooled by it. Your mind is stronger than those city walls built by Creep-Off. You are prepared. I'm gonna come in now, okay? Now, devil, meet your judgment. Die, you hotel devil! What the heck? You won. The Gueve's hotel devil is now banished, and this land is now purified. Oh, for Pete's sakes. That devil seems to have left something behind. Take as your reward for your intrepidity. Praise of high morals! We just unalived someone and we were praised for it? What do you mean? Okay, let's just have a geek, I suppose, because, wow, this is already a lengthy, but we may as well just... or do we save it for next time? No, yeah, we save it for next time, yeah. It gives me a little bit of a break, you know, drink some tea and what have you. But right-ho, folks, thank you all for watching this episode of Honkai Star Rail, and I'll see you all next time as we continue our journey across the stars. Ta-ta!